And what's doing your nutting? I'm Lee, you're in the lab, and you saw that title too as well. We are talking about 8 music Mandela effects to blow your mind, make you boggle your reality, question everything that we reside in, maybe flip you into another parallel universe. Yes, that is right, 8 music Mandela effects. I'm going to start this series about how, let's do music, movies, entertainment, that kind of thing, kind of Mandela effect kind of ways to kind of switch it up a tad bit. With that too said, if you've been seeing any of those shorts I've been showing lately, it's kind of going to give you an idea of what we're going to be jumping down to as well. Don't forget to check out the TikTok videos too. That gives you an idea of what we are really going on. But really that has nothing to do with today, because we are talking about 8 music Mandela effects all day long. Please remember that some of these Mandela effects might not be new to you. They will be new to somebody else, so please respect that. As well, if you like this at any time, this enjoys you, it intrigues you, and sparks your mind, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe and leave me your comments down below so we can talk about these and others that you would love to talk to. So let me stop talking about all this and let's get to it, man. We're going to start off with actually the Beatles. The Beatles. And she's got a couple of them, but we're only going to do one today, and I'm talking about the Yellow Submarine. That is correct, the Yellow Submarine. As you see a picture right there, the Yellow Submarine. How's that look? Does that look right to you? Yep, it looks right to me. A yellow submarine, that is correct. That's what it looks like. But in this reality, it is not that color anymore. Yes, it's still yellow, but it's got a whole bunch of other different stuff on it now too. Take a look at this. As you see that right there, it has orange, it's got more white on it. It's not a complete yellow submarine at all anymore. I always remember it being fully yellow, being cool yellow, had some of the stuff on it, but not all decorated like that. I think that is just bonkers. And you know, as you're seeing some of the residual evidence of the Yellow Submarine in different shows and stuff, I used to work at Big Kahuna's in Destin, Florida, and there is a yellow submarine up there by the kiddie pool going around the lazy thing. And that's what you see right here, and it's a yellow submarine. But how do you remember the Beatles and the Yellow Submarine? Has it always looked yellow like this to you your whole entire life? And that's what it always will be? Or do you remember it like it is in this reality? Yellow Submarine. Oh, we are talking about the village people, 'cause you got to give me a YMCA. Yeah, and we are talking about how many group members are in the village people. That's right. How many people? How many people? How many people? Tell me, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me. If you are saying there are 5 of them there, well, guess what? You are correct in your old reality that you used to live in, because just like myself, I always thought there was 5 members only in it too. It's just that's how freaking music groups work, don't it? Has the most. It's either 4 or 5. But in this reality, it is 6 members in there. It's wild to me. It blows my mind. The army guy blows my mind, to be precise, because I don't remember him ever being in the army suit just like that. It blows my mind. I know some people might be thinking he's always been there, and it's crazy to make me think that too as well, because I don't remember that. I don't remember that, dude. And it blows my mind. But how do you remember the village people? Have there always been 6 members in the group the entire existence of their assistants? Or are you like me and many others? Lee, it's always been 5. Oh, yes, we are talking about the Beehive, the Miss Beyonce Knowles herself. And we're actually talking about that video I'm doing, Single Ladies, or Put a Ring on It, excuse me. And the extra clothing item that is in this video. As you're seeing the video right here, do you always remember that glove being on her hand when she's doing the Do you always remember that glove? If you're saying yes, well, you're in this reality. I guess in this reality, she has always had that glove on her hand when she's doing, gotta put a ring on it. It's always been on her hand. But there are many of us, including myself, that remember her just having a bare hand. There was no glove on her hand when she was doing that. Because You gotta think MTV was still around showing music videos, and it was the B. You couldn't do anything. There was no glove on that hand. There was no Michael glove or nothing like that on her hand, and it blows my mind because as you see, it's always had a glove. There's always been a glove on her hand. They put a glove and a ring on her hand because she don't have a ring on it. Because it blows my mind. But how do you remember this? Do you always remember that scene, that Beyonce having that glove on her hand and put a ring on it? Or do you remember her hand being plain naked like I do? I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. Sorry, got in my 80s rock vibe there for you. Yes, we're talking about Joan Jett, and we're talking about I Love Rock and Roll, and we're talking about the first verse in this song. Now, you picture this in your head. You see the video. You see her opening the door, got her fuzzy hair all going, got her leather jacket on, and she walks in, and she sees him. What? By the record machine? What do you think it is? What is it? Say it to yourselves as you watch this.
By the record machine.
I saw him there dancing by the record machine. Dancing by the record machine. In my reality, it was always standing by the record machine because as you see in the video, he's standing there. He is standing by the jukebox. He's standing by the record machine. It was never dancing by the record machine. I mean, if you want to maybe call the sway, whatever it is, but never dancing. Always in my life, it was I saw him there standing by the record machine. Couldn't look more than over 18, something like that. But how do you remember this one? Has it always like it's been in this reality dancing by the record machine? Or is it like me or like others? Do you remember it always being I saw him there standing by the record machine? Now, you know me, I would never, ever put a music countdown on here without Michael fucking Jackson. You right, you know me. I am the biggest Michael Jackson fan in the entire world. Maybe not in the entire world because I know we all could say that because we all love Michael Jackson. And we are talking about the great freaking Mandela Effect of one of his songs, Smooth Criminal himself. You're right, I love it. Everybody enjoys it. Everybody has redone it. And well, you know this one. If you don't, there's a verse in Smooth Criminal where it is, you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. Oh, well, it's not that way anymore. Listen to this. You've been hit by a smooth criminal. You've been hit by, you've been hit by, you've been hit by, you've been hit by. Yes, it is that. Yes, I do understand that in the second part he does say hit by, struck by. I know. Yes, I'm breaking in again with another breaking news in this. As I was editing this one too as well, I noticed that the second time now that he's supposed to say you were hit by, you were struck by, has now completely changed back. It has flipped back, forth and forth to back. It is now again hit by, hit by. Listen. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? You've been hit by a smooth criminal. You see it now. The second time he says hit by, struck by is now hit by, hit by. That is the scene. That is the part he does it. Hit by, hit by. He's on the stairs. Now it is hit by, hit by. Struck by has never been sung in this song before. It is blowing my mind. Another flip-flop. As I'm editing this video, it is outrageous. It blows my mind, but I'm going to send you back to your regular scheduled program. Enjoy.
A few moments later.
As well, even that one has flipped back and forth now and then. But he has always, in the first time, said it because that's the first time you hear it. You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. And that's how I remember. But I'm not the only one that remembers it that way because it has been sung by so many other people and reenact so many people. Well, I don't speak for them. Listen.
You okay, and you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal.
See, but also with that, I know we could also varies from different from the movie, the video version, and his concert versions. And we could argue this all day long, but in my reality, in many realities, Michael Jacksoners all around the world, it was always, you were hit by, you were struck by. But what has it always been for you? Hit by, or hit by, struck by? Let me know.
I've done my sentence, but committed no crime.
And we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers. 'Cause we are the champions of the world. Or is it the world? You already know this Mandela Effect. This is probably one of the biggest music Mandela Effects there is around today. And it is literally what I just said at the end of that verse, at the end of this song. Was it always there? Here, listen.
We are the champions.
Apparently, we're not champions of the world anymore because it is never there. It was never there. It's never there. It was never there on the freaking radio version, album version. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know it was never there. Never there. It always has been on the live version. He only did it live when he was at the concert. Only did it live and live and live. I know, yada, 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 all that bullshit. We already heard that. But how can so many people like myself remember the end of that song being of the world? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make all of us in this world misremembering something like that. That is some BS. And you know, you can say our memories are bad because we're regular people, but what about this?
Thank you.
Champions.
We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world.
Does he not do enough of the world? I always thought he did enough of the world.
Crazy.
I really should have. That's really rough, man.
We were like waiting.
We were all in the zone there, though, guys.
We were loaded. It was like.
You got celebrities doing it. Celebrities are even shocked that it doesn't do end of the world anymore. What? You know, people cannot argue what this is. This is like the Sinbad Mandela Effect for music. This is what it is. That is exactly what it is. But enough of me getting riled up. How do you always remember the freaking We Are the Champions in your head, always in your entire life and existence of your memory? Was it always at the end of the world, or was it really nothing of the world? Don't stop believing, yeah. Oh, gotta love Journey, man. What a great song, classic song. That is like, you know, the karaoke song of the world. Technically, everybody sings that damn song. And we are talking about that verse, yes, where she took the midnight train. That is correct. You heard me say the phrase right. You heard me say my mind right. Just like many of us said that she took the midnight train. Well, listen to this.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
She's just a small town girl living in a lonely world. He took the midnight train going anywhere. He took. So we were just talking about her being a lonely girl, but then flipped over to she took the midnight train going anywhere. That makes no sense. What, she's supposed to get on it, not he get on it? That is correct. That is what you heard. That is right. And then I think about this Mandela effect, since how long it's going out, and since, you know, and Moneybags talking about how we hear what we want to hear. And I could put this to it. I have to put that in that category for it, because in my book, it was always she took. She took the midnight train, never was he took, because the next one is he took the midnight train, because he's talking about he. But, I do see where we can mishear things and maybe hear it in our mind and perceive it for what it is. Definitely all the way on that. And, this is one of those, a phenomenon within the Mandela effect thing as it goes on with it. But how do you remember that song? Remember that part? She took the midnight train when she's talking about the first verse. She's just a lonely girl. Or was it always for you, he? And was it one, and is it one of those hear what you hear kind of phenomenon, Mandela effect? We got to put a name to that. We really do, don't we? Oops, I did it again. You're breaking my heart. Oh, yes. We were talking about Britney Spears. We just went to basically an auditorial Mandela effect from the journey to now kind of a visual Mandela effect. Yes, and we were talking about Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again video. And the missing piece of equipment here. Wow. Well, if you didn't notice what was missing in this video, missing from her attire, take a look at these dolls, these action figures, whatever you would love to call them, the replicas of Britney Spears in the Oops, I Did It Again video dolls. And do you see a piece of equipment that belongs on the head that is missing from this video? That is correct. You do see the headpiece, the microphone, that is no longer in the Oops, I Did It Again video. If it was never in the video, why would it be in the toy that they produced, mass produced, if she didn't wear one? Questioned all day long. Britney Spears rocked with it. How do you remember this? Because even Lindsay McGuire, you already know, Hilary Duff, even did something about that too as well. What?
Ooh, the halter with the bare midriff. Oh, and my black hip huggers. It'd be so Oops, I Did It Again.
Well, Disney got it right, didn't it? And Britney worked for Disney, so you telling me that's all the evidence you should need for this one. I always remember the microphone being there. It was never not there for me in my reality. Well, now it is because I'm in this reality. But for you, do you always remember the microphone with Britney and Oops, I Did It Again? Or do you remember the video the way it is now and always has been without the microphone? What can I say? 8 music Mandela effects that just blow your mind, get you going. You saw the juices flowing in me, because this Mandela phenomenon is something that means so much to me. It's something that awakens the world up to the masses, to a different view of seeing what our reality really is. I can understand how people can deny some of these things, and I can understand how people think we're crazy and misremembering. But they just don't understand. They're bots. They haven't been affected yet by it. And, that's not their fault, and that's one thing that we have to remember as we wake up as Mandelians in this, that we have to accept and understand that not everybody's supposed to wake up from the system. This phenomenon is a real phenomenon. It will continue to go on to be a phenomenon that's going to be talked about when we are not around. Imagine how big it's going to be then. Imagine how it was before it was even the Mandela effect. But like I said, if you enjoyed this at any time, man, y'all please remember to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe, leave me your comments down below with all that too as well. I would love to hear your feedback on that. And remember to keep your mind open, ladies and gentlemen, because those eyes will definitely see every single thing in front of you. Y'all stay crazy.
I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.